Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you. It is going to be CombatEX and Black Swan battling it out here. Black Swan hailing from Clan XPN. Good old-fashioned stuff there from him. He is going to be a Terran player, red, and currently spawning on Shakuris Plateau up here in the top right-hand corner. Gotta love Black Swan. He comes out and supports the tournaments quite a bit. We do have a newcomer, however, fairly well known. I'll be honest, CombatEX. Just about everybody knows this game. You can drop this guy's name all the time. CombatEX is extremely well-known player and phenomenal Protoss player at that. He's going to be spawning here on the top side of the map as well, except on the left-hand side. So good stuff. Looks like a standard opener here from CombatEX so far. Not going to be bothered with walling off here. Looks like Black Swan, on the other hand, is going to go for a bit of a wall off for just a few moments. And we'll see how this is going to go. But both of these guys, very, very highly ranked individuals. Black Swan, I've seen, I don't know if he's in the GM this season, but he was before. Phenomenal player in Black Swan. And Vinny says at least the first pylon is in the base. Yeah. But that is indeed true. It looks like CombatEX is going to be playing with that standard opener for now. Looks like we should see a gateway go down here in just a few moments. Indeed, standard opener it is. This is going to be sending out now his scout out across the field. We'll see what he's going to find and if he's going to like it. In the meantime, Black Swan going to be working on his barracks. Everything seems to be going pretty good for him. He did toss down a fairly early gas, got that down just before the 2-minute mark there. So it could indicate that he's going to go for some tech, maybe a 1-1-1 type build. Or you may see him even open Hellions, which we've seen a lot of players doing against Protoss these days. Kind of an interesting play. But Black Swan does have that barracks about to be complete. And here comes your scout from CombatEX. I like it. CombatEX now going to be blasting away at this SCV. Looks like he is going to evac, however. And your barracks is complete. Notice no Marines out of the barracks quite yet. Oh, there we go. There we go. Never mind. So it must have been a misclick there. But Black Swan not too far behind on that, but he didn't get it right away. We'll see if he's going to got another plan for us. Maybe he feels like he has to get one now just to deal with this probe. Oh my goodness. Pylon going down in the base of Black Swan. See how he's going to react to this. Looks like he doesn't care about the pylon quite yet, but is going to try and chase off that probe for half a moment. In the meantime, Black Swan is doing some good scouting here at CombatEX base. Cybercore is about to complete for CombatEX. Just the one gas for now, so no super fast tech. Probably going to see him take either a 1-gate or a 3-gate expand, I think is our best bet at this time for his build order. But, you know, I haven't spent enough time watching CombatEX stream, so I need to get a little bit more familiar with his playstyle so I would know a little bit better what is going on here. But I'm guessing it's going to be an expansion. Notice he's sending a couple guys down here to the low ground already, doing some long-distance mining. It's always fun. Always fun indeed, but going to be working on his warp gate technology, and he does have this probe kicking it over here in this forward position. Notice that we do have a factory going down here for Black Swan. That is kind of interesting. Huh. Do you think he's going to toss this guy up on the high ground here and make some Hellions? Yep, Proxy Factory could be interesting, ladies and gentlemen, but that is what we've got here so far. We do have this tech lab that is currently working on concussive shells. And here he goes. Looks like he is indeed going to toss this up on the high ground. Black Swan going to get very aggressive here. Factory in the main of CombatEX, and we are about to see some Hellions on the way. Notice that CombatEX is securing his expansion. He does have this going down in pretty good time. Does he have the resources to combat this factory, however? That is the question. Looks like he does have these guys. They are backing out for now. That one stalker, where's this probe going? Oh, he's just going to catch that Chower, it looks like. But we do have a couple of units cruising out across the field here for Black Swan. 2 Marauders, 2 Marines, and an SCV now going to be cruising up into the main. We do have 1 Hellion already in the main, and a 2nd Hellion on the way. Nice proxy location here, and cruising forward with these few units. Should be able to focus down this Stalker there fairly quickly. There is a sentry, however. Looks like he is going to be able to stave these guys off for just a moment. Uh-oh, not when he's getting focused down like this. Cannot be losing that sentry, but he does indeed do exactly that, so not a good little deal. In the meantime, we do have your first Hellion cruising forward. These guys going to now be blasting away at the mineral line. In the meantime, is CombatEX going to be able to take these guys down at his front gate? It does not look good. Black Swan in phenomenal position right now. A couple of these Marauders cruising up into his face. Looks like CombatEX finally does get the surround on these guys. One Stalker there, able to stave these guys off. And BlackSwan still, though, with 3 Marauders kicking it in this forward position. And the Hellions, I assume, are going to continue. He's got one already out on the field, trying to take it easy. Looks like CombatEX has caught wind of this, but he's got to deal with these Marauders for now. He's pulling a lot of probes to try and deal with them. Good tanking there from the probes, however. Really useful thing to do. Going to try and keep these Stalkers safe. Looks like he is going to be able to take them down in pretty good time. Here comes your Hellion, going to be focusing down even more probes. And the Hellion, though, is not in good position to last for very much longer. But picking up a decent amount of kills. I mean, that guy's picked up five kills already. That is super cost effective. Let's just check in on that units tab. 14 probes right now for CombatEX. Not a fun little story for him. BlackSwan, in the meantime, going to be working on a command center. He's going to be taking an expansion here in just a few moments. He's working on 2 more barracks as well as a starport. Got a Raven in the works for now and should be in pretty good shape as he moves forward. I like this Raven play. A lot of the times if you get your Protoss opponents on their back, like CombatEX is currently at this position, you know, they do tend to try and grab DTs and things like that and try and make some harassment happen with DTs. BlackSwan is going to be absolutely prepared for that with his Ravens out on the field. Notice he's also going to be tossing down a bunker here, trying to shoot it looks like, with his Marauder there for just a second, but that's okay. It was a mistake, and I'm sure. But the 4 barracks here, we do have a starport. It is going to be making a tech lab and moving off of the tech lab. Wow, so he's using his starport to make a tech lab for his barracks, it appears. And the starport not going to go for anything quite yet as far as add-ons go. He's just going to be working on a couple of those medevacs. In the meantime, this factory not looking too good. Looks like these Stalkers from CombatEX are going to at least start it on fire here. He's got a crew. Oh, nope, he's not going to follow it. Not going to chase it, so it is not on fire, so it will not burn down. Lucky break there for BlackSwan. Of course, he doesn't necessarily need it that much at this point, but his expansion now going down in pretty good time. Let's just check back in on that units tab. 28 SCVs to 32 SCVs to 28 probes is a better way to say that. And a bunch of mules now being called down, so BlackSwan in phenomenal shape here economically. Back here at CombatEX base, we do have 2 more gateways going down, so he's on 5 gates at this point, going to be sticking with his gateway play, it appears, and just has a couple units out, but he's been chrono boosting out his economy after losing a lot of probes there early on, man. This is a difficult way to come back, but it appears that he's going to be giving it the good old college try, and that is admirable, ladies and gentlemen. Got to love these players. Both of these guys so phenomenal. I'm like awestruck. Like Charlie Murphy, I can see their aura. It was like an orange glow. Oh man, Charlie Murphy cracks me up. But we do have a robotics facility finally going down here for CombatEX. I assume we're going to probably tech into Colossus at this point for his DPS for the mid game, and that is exactly where we find ourselves. And BlackSwan currently with a very large force. He does also have that Raven out on the field. Super effective, man. Point defense drones, absolutely wonderful play. I assume that's what we're going to see from him. Point defense drones, maybe even some auto turrets, but probably the point defense first. They are super effective against your Protoss army, keeping your little Marines and Marauders safe. He is going to be cruising out across the field here, CombatEX, with almost no armies. 60 supply to 98. Is going to try and block his ramp here, it appears, with some sentries. I think is a smart play. But a drop up here to the high ground. You gotta love this play from BlackSwan. Point defense drone indeed. Gonna keep these guys at bay while BlackSwan basically can just have the run of the mill. He can do whatever he wants with these units for now. Is gonna be stimming forward down to the low ground from the high ground, and these guys trying to stim up the ramp. And it looks like the blockage of the ramp not gonna work out, and that is game. Ladies and gentlemen, BlackSwan taking it down. Beautifully played there. Sad to see CombatEX go. He's one of those guys we'd love to keep around in the entire tournament, but not going to happen. BlackSwan making it happen there. So we'll be moving on in this bracket here in just a few moments. Don't tab, always alt StarCraft. Catch you guys then.